Thank you all. The first time I came to Cleveland again was in 2006 when we read as part of the D.A. Levy Festival, not only here but over at Prosperity Social Club. And it was the occasion of a great book that Bree had put together for both Scott and I together, Rocket's Red Glare, which was sold here, I know. The writing in it is fine, but honestly it was the most beautiful work of art of any book I've ever seen. And Bree couldn't make it here tonight, but I'm going to thank her in absentia if you'll pass that along to her. Bree did us both really, really well. So it's great to be back in the home where I know she spent a lot of time here too. I'm going to read 4 pieces sort of as a sampler. Again, thank you, Suzanne, for having us, because when Steve set up our reading at the Lit, and he said, you want to come back to Max? It took 30 seconds, absolutely. So thank you for having us. I know I'm alive because I wake up dreaming. I think often of my father, looking something like Lawrence Tierney in a B-grade noir classic, or is he Richard Conte? It doesn't really matter, does it? The old man's gloom fills my center eye, his face a poverty of darkness, unacquainted with the shock of fresh air and daylight, wearing Ray-Bans even while driving madly at 3 a.m. in a blistering ice storm. Once, standing like an empty shrine against the outline of a perfect city, my father became an unnamed thing, his sorrow shining like a lantern on the virgin snow, his damaged arm wrapped around my mother's ample waist, her hair a kind of incense not known in this century. I am from California. I kind of don't make apology for that, and I won't like tonight either. But as a result, sort of film imagery often comes into my work, including that last piece, and a little bit with this one as well. A cowpuncher's chance. Never confused for handsome, with a gamely limp manifested by a bout of childhood polio, a tea kettle whine for a voice, and a nose we didn't realize was Semitic in origin. Little more than a sidekick or a second banana, never the romantic lead, but almost always brave or wicked or insane or just plain drop-dead funny. We always leaned forward in our seats just a little bit more when he was on the screen, prepared for a trademark smirk, roll of the eyeballs, and exasperated exclamation, ready to receive the bullet or punch to the jaw, generally meant for the other guy. Never addressed by a full Christian name, always tailored with a silly but appropriate handle like Pinky, Weasel, Stump, or Doc. He reminded us what was slightly broken in all of us, the vulnerable part, the nutty part, just a little bit loose but painfully eager to do the right thing. Sitting in the 3rd row of the darkened Eastland Theater, waiting through the Roadrunner cartoon for the cowboy feature to begin, little did we know that he had lost his left testicle to cancer, or that as a young man on the Lower East Side, his father, the rabbi, had fitted him for a death mask after he was caught enjoying the exquisite luxury of a roast pork sandwich. So we often do like dedications to people who are in the audience and stuff. And I'm going to dedicate actually these last couple pieces to my friend Teresa Gottel, who made the drive all the way up here. And thank you so much. I read with Teresa, oh gosh, what is it now, 2 years ago or so, at the Lit Cafe, and hadn't heard her work before, hadn't read it, and was just blown away, and we've become buddies since. So thanks for coming out tonight. It means a lot to me. These last two are from my most recent book, White Time. It's in the back. Support Suzanne, make me happy, and buy a copy if you feel inclined.
It's a fantastic book.
Well, thank you.
It is. I'm not just saying that.
Your dollar is coming. You earned it. The sweet and sour smell of gardenias. Happy New Year. I love you, baby. You know, my darling, I've been giving it some thought. This spring, we're going to celebrate Passover the old-fashioned way. We'll bake our own unleavened bread over hot boulders in the driveway. And instead of the usual dry brisket from the local Trader Joe's, let's slaughter a Paschal lamb in the front yard. The neighbors won't mind. I'm sure their kids will find it very educational. And let's face it, a little ancient ritual sacrifice would do this cul-de-sac a pagan's world of good. A savage blessing will fall on each and every house. And thereafter, the morning sun will be a diamond on the move, woven with a glamour that shines with ox blood. I will ride bareback on the golden calf, and you will still be able to bear children even on your 90th birthday. Now that will be something very special. And I'm going to go ahead and close. For those of you who can make it out tomorrow to the Lit, I guess we're the last features for your series at the Lit. The Lit's going to be closing up, or Steve rather is closing up his series with a big blowout in December, and Scott and I are honored to be the last of the regular features. So thank you again, Steve, for having us too. That's cool. A curtain laced with diamonds. When it is my time to leave the stage, what I want is to make my exit in the Talmudic fashion. Samson crashing the temple pillars to dust, savage light pouring around and through me, stripped clean of all the errors of youth. Lying in repose, muscles and bones forever taut with marble and abuse, Delilah's broken wrist a sweep across my brow, my curls a masochist's coronet, glowing triumphantly like the x-ray of a woman wearing a hat. Honey from the mouth of the lion, pulsing through my veins, glossing my lips, my right foot still accelerating steadily on the neck of the beast, the most beautiful thing ever seen. Thank you, guys.
All right.